Slip and no third man's up in the circle, so there's a little bit of risk there for Morning Mortal to bowl that off stump or just outside off stump line. There you go, you see the 5 fielders on the offside all in the circle. Morning Mortal is taking that risk that he will look to guide the ball to third man and he'll nick it. That strong, just keeps blowing the bales off, and yesterday Morning Mortal preferred to bowl from the end he's at now, furthest away from us in the commentary box. What a bowler that is. Have a look at that. Much out of nowhere. 10 minutes before the start of play, and it's just this wind a lot of it. Difficult for all bowlers in the end, particularly when it kind of swirls around and gusts as it does, and not entirely sure when it's going to push you back. Yesterday, the bowlers worked out that it was going to be a slow pitch, and therefore the variation was going to be important, and you just run up and will have the pace of it, and they're quite happy with it coming on a bit more, and they can play through the line. So you do have to change your pace and look to fox the batsman that way. Pakistanis were much better at it. Stadium's pitch has always been very, very good to bat on. Without loss. Congratulations. সাধারণ ডিটারজেন্ট কাপড়ে পাউডারের স্তর থাকে এবং কাপড়কে করে ফ্যাকাশে। নতুন রিন সম্পূর্ণ ভিন্ন, কাপড়ে দেয় নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা। নতুন রিন উজ্জ্বল সবসময়। বামে বামে হাতের বামে যা, হাতের বামে গেলে তারপর দেখতে পাবি 1 নম্বর ডিজিটাল নেটওয়ার্ক রবিতে 89 টাকা রিচার্জে 6টি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া ফ্রি। রবি শুধুমাত্র ফ্রেশ সিমেন্টের উপর আস্থা রেখে নির্মিত হচ্ছে 3টি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ফ্রিজ। দেশবাসীর এতটা আস্থা অর্জনে আমরা সত্যি আনন্দিত। ফ্রেশ সিমেন্ট, হাই পারফরম্যান্স সিমেন্ট। 19 টাকা রিচার্জে বন্ধু সিম চালু করলে 2 জিবি সহ আরো অনেক অ্যামেজিং অফার। এয়ারটেল বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক। লেভেল 13 রাউন্ড লেগ সাইড। हमारे बोला But he played straight up. That was his third boundary, his 15 or 14, run a ball, 40 for now in 4.2. He gets it to set through when he pitches the ball on the shorter side. That's how he picks up most of the wickets. Difficult to hit down the ground, so that really was a very good crafty hit by Ahmed Shahzad. All the other teams, they make a plan against Qadri. They tell their batsmen, mostly the batsmen also plan innings not to play cut because he's quicker, he's skiddier. Just play him straight. This guy looks really good, confident, played some sensible shots. Here we go, that's not sensible, but that's his game. Working out! All he needs to do is to concentrate. I think he's got enough high power and talent to see off any opponent. That's got to be out. Yes. It looked pretty plumb hitting on the back leg, I think. The ball was not spinning across the stumps. So bit of a whack, a wild one from the left hander, and he's paid the price for it. He's gone leg before after scoring 21. It's 41 for 1. ঘরের বাইরে অনেক পরিশ্রম ফেস করতে হয়, ময়লা আর ধুলাবালির জন্য স্ক্যাল্পে ড্যান্ড্রফের স্তর সৃষ্টি হতে পারে। ক্লিয়ার মেয়ার রিফ্রেশিং মন্ত্র সমৃদ্ধ ড্যান্ড্রফ দূর করে আর দেয় ডাবল ফ্রেশনেস। ক্লিয়ার মেয়ার জিরো ড্যান্ড্রফ ডাবল ফ্রেশনেস।
আবহাওয়ার পূর্বাভাসে বলা হয়েছে আজকে সূর্যটা থাকবে হালকা নরম আর তর্কে তর্কে সময়টা কাটবে চরম। এই যে
Higher inspired living.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ अच्छे रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Blistering conditions here in Lahore as Babar Azam walks in. Played a lovely hand the other night. And if he can strike them consistently, he could be a force to reckon with. In no time, he's got the class and the finesse. All he has to do is to now just mold into that role of number 3 as we have another look at that now. Was there a chance of that ball pitching outside the leg stump? That's the only query that the umpire had to answer, otherwise he was plumb in front.
It's difficult to tell, but if you are in doubt, as an umpire, benefit of doubt goes to the batsman. Look at this, he was disappointed there. And Babar Azam, coming back to Babar Azam, he came through a proper system under 19, then 18, and then of course the Pakistan side. He captained the under 19 as well in 2010 in New Zealand.
Slower in pace, gets off the mark with a wristy push. 42 for 1. celebrating with the fans. I think that those glasses was a forced auction. I think maybe it was one of the sponsors' requests to wear their glasses, but whatever it is, it really is mighty nice of George Bailey.
Such a good guy, a thorough gentleman. Morne Morkel, one of the top bowlers in world cricket, into his third over. Condominiate of 3 overs he has bowled, given away 6 runs only. Much better today is bowling, within the stumps, short of a length on this pitch.
Would you have a slip in place for Babar Azam, Waz, because he's just walked in?
Start off with first couple of deliveries, yes, because the new batsman and World 11, they do need an extra wicket here. This, I mean, slip puts an extra pressure on a batsman. Batsmen get a bit cautious, especially early on in his innings.
The beautiful timer of the ball, and difficult to dislodge on a pitch like this. Yeah, he played a couple of good, sort of half flick, half full shots, very, very good on his pads. And there was that opportunity, no slip in place. Just worked the ball around quite peacefully, at ease, driving the ball beautifully down the ground. Really was a solid shot from him. Mid-off pushbacks, an easy single. Yeah, just indicating with his glove it was a slow ball from Morne Morkel, and that, I guess you've got to do it regularly on a track like this.
Especially in first 6 overs in power play, you only allowed 2 fielders outside the circle, and Morne Morkel against Ahmed Shahzad, third man is up in the circle. Mid-on is going back. Fine leg also up in the circle, and then square leg right on the boundary, just in front of the leg umpire. And you know, Rams, as a batsman, you can judge, okay, this particular fielder is coming from the circle, so that means a single. If you play the same shot like Ahmed Shahzad played on the previous ball, just play with soft hands and just run, instead of hitting it right straight for, hitting it firmly straight to the fielder.
It's turning out to be a bit of a George Bailey show. Oh, that got big on him. Good delivery. Morne Morkel using a bit of his height. That ball went up. It bounced a little bit more.
Only one run from the over so far. Look at the bounce he generates because of his height, high arm action, and good follow through, good seam position. And he's quick, 140 kilometers plus.
Fine leg has gone back. Just one heel adjusted down the track and beaten by the slow pace of Morne Morkel. After 6, Pakistan 43 for 1.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती हैं। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ अच्छे रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
The ICC Chief Executive, Richardson, Dave Richardson, of course. Forgot your name. Sorry about that.
Always whenever you come to this part of the world, then not quite sure, is it Richard Davidson or David Richardson?
I know it's been a brief visit so far, Dave, but what you make of the facilities, what you make of the passion of the fans, what you make of the facilities, the security? I mean, 10 questions in one go, sorry.
Well, first of all, the facilities. I mean, the last time I was here, this facility wasn't completed, and obviously a brilliant view, and I believe it's also got room for the hospitality boxes, which should have a commercial benefit in the long run. So yes, marvellous that they've been able to develop and improve the ground. Security, unprecedented really. And I suppose you think, well, is that sustainable? And can you hold tours where you've got to every day, close roads and all that? But I think it's so important to make sure that this, first of all, that they can showcase their capabilities to implement a security plan, and then make sure that nothing goes wrong. Because if it does, it'll set back the whole process another 10 years.
That's a big shot. There's a fielder there. Get to the ball, only a single, threatening for the second run. Yeah, I mean, once bitten, twice shy, and so Pakistan taking small steps, baby steps, making sure that everything is in order. I think that's the way we also want them to go, rather than just opening up the sport to everyone at such an early stage. I think they've done well.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy road back. I mean, that incident back in 2009, it really shook the cricket world, and not only do you have to try and improve the security situation in the country, bring the threat level down, you've also got to work at building the confidence of the international sporting community that, hold on, if the threat level is high, the capability exists here to deal with that. And the Pakistan government, the security forces have done wonders over the last 2 years in particular.
I think the fans also have realized that, they'll have few obstacles to go over to get here, and they realize the importance of making sure that there are no hiccups in staging such a contest.
Yes, now I'm sure their patience has been tested, but they see hopefully the larger benefit, the bigger picture, and the passion for the game is still amazing to see, and in fact probably has kept Pakistan cricket competitive because of that.
That's a single down the ground. I think the players have been reasonably free to mingle and mix. They've not been overwhelmed by the security situation or what's been presented to them as a safety roadmap. I think they've absorbed everything so well, taken everything into their stride and carried on with the game, concentrated on it, which is great, because it may have just affected their cricket.
I mean, Collingwood is polling at the moment. I mean, he's actually had a remarkable season back in England in county cricket, and he was saying how he's missed the international scene and so pleased to be back as part of it. And when he came in, he saw the passion and the excitement building. He said, okay, I realise now what I've been missing. So yes, they have. I think the players have enjoyed it, and they've enjoyed the experience. I spoke to Richie Richardson a bit earlier as the match referee, and he just said the arrangements have been fantastic, but it's just that sense.
The new Higher Turbo Cool refrigerator has an easy digital panel, so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty. Higher Inspired Living.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिन में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके, चाहे कुछ भी हो.
Pacer on view. So that could be a reason, a very solid and a valid reason for South Africa to make its presence felt in this contest, because they've gone through this unfortunate scenario, and they realize that Pakistan need a helping hand. So awfully nice of the current cricketers from South Africa really to make the tour.
I think there's an element of that. Obviously, these players are probably far too young to even remember that period of isolation. And international teams are so busy these days finding people available to come on the tour. But I think he's put a decent enough team together to to certainly justify that tag of 2020 international.
2 runs taken. The tempo has certainly slowed down in the last 2 or 3 overs. I think World 11 has pulled things back quite smartly here. Just 4 runs in the last 2 overs. I think that the real difference there was that ICC was backing this event. And I think that'll go a long way in settling the issue in favor of Pakistan in years to come.
Well, it was, I think, back in 2010, immediately following the Sri Lanka incident, when the ICC formed that task team. At that stage, it was chaired by Giles Clarke, and we had people like Mike Brearley on it, and the task team in that format has kind of fallen away a little bit, but continually the effort has been initially to make sure that countries agree to play Pakistan in neutral territory, so that at least they could continue playing international cricket, albeit not at home. And then more recently, the first step, the PSL final. But what triggered it really was a visit by Giles Clarke to Pakistan, where he witnessed firsthand the efforts that had been made to, number one, reduce the threat, and number two, to actually deal with it. So the CCTV camera footage around the city of Lahore, the fact that you can be driving a moped almost anywhere in the city and people will be able to monitor where you're going. And the security experts started saying, yes, the threat is there, it exists, but we can manage it. Whereas before they were saying we weren't confident we could manage it. And that's been the difference. The Players Association, their security advisors are saying the same thing, and therefore they were prepared to come and make the trip now.
The other major contribution, people in the world would see the cricket fraternity, would notice the sort of the participation of the Western Bloc. I think that was missing also, because we had a full-fledged tour of Zimbabwe, but obviously that didn't really hit the nail to say. I think this will go a long way in settling the nerves amongst the...
The new Higher Turbo Cool refrigerator has an easy digital panel, so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty. Higher Inspired Living.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ अच्छे रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Paul Collingwood will continue his act. Yeah, I've been part of cricket board administration here, Dave, and I can imagine the difficulty in connecting the dots, because it's just not the PCB that has to do all the spade work, but you've got to get connected to other branches of the civil government, and they'll have their own take on security, on other matters, which from cricketing point of view may not go well, because as a cricketer you want to enjoy a tour and not be overwhelmed by security. And I think this time around it's just been right. The balance has just been right, where the players have felt comfortable and the fans have come in, and security has not really been that threatening for everyone to fear the outcome of something nasty.
Well, I suppose to some extent keep your fingers crossed, but the world is in a funny place at the moment, and no matter where you are in the world, there's the danger that something could happen, and everybody, and across all sports, not only cricket, are having to put these measures in place to make sure that we can stage safe events.
That's a very good shot. He's driven the ball beautifully down the ground. just a slice more than anything else. But this is such a good-looking pitch. You can play a shot like that.
It's always been a good batting pitch here, hasn't it? But the confidence of the Pakistan team is also remarkable. Watching them at the beginning of the Champions Trophy and then, of course, at the end. And it's a good sign that domestic cricket must have been able to keep its momentum.
I guess a difficult question, Dave. That ball is stopped. I think it's David Miller with a very good stop. So the next question, I think it's a difficult question for you to answer, is when can regular visits take place in Pakistan? I think that's what the fans would like to know. How far will this tournament go in staging a regular test series or a one-day series for Pakistan in Pakistan?
Well, as I said, we get through this tour, hopefully safely, nothing happens, and the perceptions of the players will start to change. So the Australians in the squad, the South Africans in the squad will go back home and say, look, they were there, security was brilliant, these guys know what they're doing. And that's actually the most important thing, and they talk so that there's slowly the confidence builds, and then maybe there'll be a short tour by a country like Sri Lanka or West Indies, and then hopefully the momentum will just keep building. But you can't be complacent. You still have to make sure that, as I said, we live in a dangerous world at the moment.
Listen, I think the stage was set by PSL. I think when the young Pakistani players shared the dressing room with the top professionals of the world, they came to know and understand the frustration of some of these young players, and no fault of theirs, they were in a very, very awkward position where they couldn't play at home. And I think that message got relayed all around the world, which sort of opened the doors for Pakistan in a way. And I think the world also understood where Pakistan stands, and it's a miracle how we keep on producing young talent without having played at home at all since 5, 6, 7 years.
Absolutely. I mean, I suppose there is an element of, if you love the game, there's no other option, and you just get down and you make sure that domestic cricket is important. But in addition, it's not only the batsmen, I mean the bowlers actually in particular, some very talented looking bowlers on show here, and it augurs well for Pakistan cricket in the future.
Dave, thank you very much for your time. Wanted to ask you a lot of questions, but we don't have it because of paucity of time. We'll just continue with this conversation. But thanks, enjoy the rest of your stay. Hope it's a pleasant one, comfortable.
Thanks, Ramesh. Good to see you again.
Cheers. Thank you. It's 69 for 1.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, वक्त पे दूसरों के काम आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
170, 180 should be a good order to defend with the variety in Pakistan bowling. They're going in with extra spinner. Nawaz is in place of Fahim Ashraf.
It's well fielded in the end. It's a good strike, that, and he'll feel hard done by that he doesn't get away for 4.
It was firmly hit. He knew where the fielder was. Good effort by Hashim there. Fine leg. 9 and over onwards take them to 167. Brilliant effort by Collingwood. He still is top-notch fielder.
very good at backward fire. Lewin, yeah. Rather than blue and red.
I remember playing against him. I remember playing against Paul Collingwood in 1996. I never thought I'll see him play international cricket in 2017. That says a lot. But what a shot! What a shot! Picked up. Second boundary to Babar Azam.
Just continuing where he left off. Looks lovely. No flourish as far as the bat and the shot is concerned.
First class cricket, then century in T20 Blast, 4th Durham as well. So I suppose for him age is only the number.
That's another good shot. And hands back this time, so we'll only pick up a single. They're sumptuous shots, those down the ground. This time, yeah, it is interesting to see that Paul Collingwood is still playing. And I guess if he was bowler, it might not be going still. He'd have been convinced to hang the boots up.
I mean, as a bowler, fast bowler at the 41, you're in pieces. Forget playing. 10 overs gone, 78 for 1.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ अच्छे रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Once again, the same two men at the crease together and looking to form a partnership. Not quite going as quickly as they were. With the partnership 37 from 32.
Change of bowling. Imran Tahir will take the ball now. One of the top bowlers in world cricket. All the three formats: Test cricket, One-day cricket and T20. Look at the average there and economy rate. Brilliant. 35 games, 56 wickets, 15.15 average. And economy rate 6.69. And career best 5 for 24. A match winner. And of course, born in Lahore. Yesterday I mentioned those Lahoriites. On social media, people said there is no word called Lahoriites. In my book, I am a Lahori. And I am a Lahoriite as well, man.
You can make words if you like. It's okay.
It's my city, it's my country. I can do anything I want.
Your prerogative. Yep, you go ahead. I'm not arguing.
You can hear the noise in Gaddafi Stadium. It's unbelievable. The bus.
Du Plessis needs a breakthrough and generally goes to Imran Tahir when he needs that. And seldom does he fail to deliver.
It's a Lahori thing. It's not a Mexican wave, it's a Lahori wave.
Not a Lahoriite wave.
And I think that's way Pakistan team struggles a bit from 8 till the 15th over. There should be a plan. That's a good shot. Nicely played. It was down leg side. Offline, played it nicely. That sensible cricket from Babar Azam. 23 of 20. That was his third boundary. Strike rate of 115.
Yeah, well executed. Just redirected. The faintest of touches, and that's all it needed to be. Use all the pace there is on it, and away it goes for 4.
Bowled in! Nicely bowled in. That's sensible cricket. Boundary, then a single, rotate the strike, pressure on the other batsman. Ahmed Shahzad, this third almost run a ball, just over run a ball. 35 of 30. We're into 11th over. 85 for 1 Pakistan against World 11. Remember, they won the first game yesterday. Bowling! 8 runs on the over so far. That was his first over. Imran Tahir's wicket delivery. Again sensibly played. 11 overs gone. 87 for 1.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती हैं। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूर।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट। Turn up a bus.
I've got with me the Pakistan head coach Mickey Arthur. Mickey, happy with the start so far?
It's okay. We sort of set ourselves up for about 170 based on what we did the other day. The wicket's pretty similar, so we sort of set ourselves up for 170. Hopefully we can get about 180.
Now, you spoke about Babar Azam being the most promising player of Pakistan. He certainly lived up to your words yesterday.
Yeah, he did. I thought he was outstanding. I think that's one of the most fluent innings he's played. And again, testimony to all the hard work he's putting in. He works extremely hard. He works on his fitness. He works technically. He's done a great job. So I just hope he goes from strength to strength because he's got a massive future.
And you're playing Usman Shanwari and Mohammad Nawaz today. How much of an impact do you think have on this match?
I'm really looking forward to seeing them bowl. You know, we want to have a look at those players bowl. We thought we needed a third spinner. We thought the wicket held up a little bit the other night. A third spinning option for us was going to be good, particularly through the middle. And Hassan's just got a little back injury, so we don't want to risk Hassan for the game on Friday and the Sri Lankan series coming up. But that gives Usman Shanwari a really good go tonight, and I'm pretty excited to see him bowl because I think he's a fantastic bowler.
And your thoughts on the crowd over here? The atmosphere is electric.
Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. It's so nice to be at home in Pakistan and for our players to play in front of their families, and that is fantastic. So it's really exciting.
The team looks fitter in general as well. Has there been a conscious effort to work on the fitness?
Oh yeah, there has been. I mean, the guys have worked extremely hard. Grant Luton's done a fantastic job with the boys. You know, he works extremely hard. They've taken to him, and it's testament to the boys as well because they've bought into the regime that we've put in place. We're fitter, we're stronger, we're running harder between wickets. We can concentrate for longer periods of time. We can feel better, and that all goes well for us going forward.
And it's really heartening to see the youngsters perform the way they have. Hassan Ali, Shadab, Fahim Ashraf. They've all been chipping in and doing their part.
Yeah, they have, and I think that's so good for us in Pakistan cricket. To see the young boys come through is fantastic, and I just hope that they perform again because it just solidifies their confidence and it just gives them a lot of confidence going forward. But what it does do for us as well, it just gives us a depth pool. So we've got a lot of depth now, particularly in our bowling department, and that's good.
This time, Wasim, and the time when Zimbabwe came, and what is it, 2 years ago, a bit more than 2 years ago, for those 3 one-day internationals and 2 2020s.
I think the buzz was there as well. Then Zimbabwe came for 5 games, 3 T20s and 2 T20s and 3 one-day internationals. And you can see not just the crowd at Gaddafi Stadium, the whole country is kind of glued to television. The Pakistanis living abroad, they're probably glued to television as well. It's just the love of this game is phenomenal here. The passion. I mean, if you get time on, say, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, and if you drive around Lahore or any city in Pakistan, you see the empty roads, you see the empty plots, empty fields, all full with youngsters playing one sport, and that's this great game of cricket. That's how much passion we have as Pakistanis. Good variations from Ben Cuttings. He's bowling different kind of slow balls, back of hand, the cutters, and then odd one, quicker one, straight one. It is a difficult wicket for a bowler to bowl in, a very good batting deck, and that it should be in T20 format. Cutting with the cutter.
Shot for 6. First 6 of the match, and it comes off the bat of Ahmed Shahzad. It's 99 for 1.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, वक्त पे दूसरों के काम आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Getting boundaries. Not so today. 5 fours and a 6. Once again, Pakistan in a solid position. These two did put up a wonderful partnership last night, and they're looking really good. 100 up for Pakistan in the 13th over. Another excellent partnership of 59 of 46 deliveries. Pakistan in an excellent position. In the air, and nicely taken. Miller is the man, and Imran Tahir picking up his first wicket. It's the second wicket down.
David Miller showing his class as a fielder. He's so good. Normally you park your best fielders at long on and long off, and Miller made it look so easy. Very good batting from Ahmed Shahzad. Is disappointed just when he was nearing a 50. He's gone 43 from 34. Strike rate was excellent.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट। The new Higher Turbo Cool refrigerator has an easy digital panel, so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty.
Higher inspired living.
Yeah, wonderful piece of fielding. It was hit pretty straight. He had to cover a lot of distance and then had to dive, roll over. It was timed to perfection, everything. Shoaib Malik timed his innings the other night to perfection, just when Pakistan needed a bit of a lift and impetus into the innings. He provided them with that brilliant window. this was hit pretty. He was just a little bit wide and then bending low and had the confidence to pull it off. He never was going to miss this. Yeah, they just steadied himself for a while. Took a little bit of pause. It wasn't as if he was airing after it. He just paused for a second or two to make sure that he timed the dive and passed the ball beautifully.
Well, this is the time to pull things back for World 11. It's a tailor-made situation for Shoaib. Look at that shot. It was pretty full. It wasn't really there for cut. He just waited for it, played it very nicely, Babar, in a great nick.
Yeah, I mean, look at the balance. He watched the ball ever so closely and then with his beautiful wrist work, found the gap, had enough power on it. Tamim Iqbal diving full length, missed the ball. His range is improving. When he started off Waqar, and correct me if I'm wrong because it worked with this guy, he was more an onside player than the offside player. Now he can cut, he can drive down the ground. It's just self-belief has gone up.
I think it's all about scoring runs. Once you're in the middle scoring runs and you're in that flow, the confidence start building. That's what happened with Babar. He's looking $1 million at the moment. End of the over, 106 for 2.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, वक्त पे दूसरों के काम आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Appears to be another 200 kind of pitch. They need to go at 12 and over to get to 190. So the end has got to be a massive one for Pakistan to end up with a double ton score. Wickets in hand, you'd want to fire away straight away. Let's see what World 11 can do, because they were in a similar situation last evening and just let the grasp relax, and Shoaib Malik with that thunderbolt innings sealed the day for Pakistan.
Well, I think what World 11 needs to do right now is to knit a couple of really good overs. Looking at the pitch, I think there will be few big overs coming down the track, but at the moment, because they have picked up a wicket, it's crucial to bowl those dot deliveries. Make sure don't give easy runs. Bowl that off-stump channel. That's no good. That's way too short. We've seen yesterday that the pitch was slow, and very similar pitch. Way too short for that surface. And Babar Azam, the kind of form he is in, he's not going to spare that.
Yeah, the other thing that he does so well these days is obviously pick the loose deliveries. On the shorter side, on his pads, and found the gap. It's square leg in position, shorter in length. Waqar, would you try that delivery every now and then? Pitch the ball, maybe bouncer height, and not a half tracker, but a bouncer actually, to make use of the square leg feel on a slow pitch.
Well, especially on a slow pitch, you cannot really bowl that half tracker. If you want to bowl a bouncer, it's got to be a really bouncer. Pitch it really short. It's got to be up there on the shoulder head height. and also bowl these sort of deliveries, bowl those cutters, which we saw Pakistan did extremely well, which I thought the World 11 team did not do in the first inning yesterday also, and even today. They're bowling good deliveries, but then they give 4-ball, an easy delivery to hit away. So if you want to bowl a bouncer, make sure that it's up there, it's up at the shoulder height, not those half-tractor waist height, because these two, both of these guys, they're in a sublime form. So you got to make sure that either pitch it up full, or if you want to bowl a bouncer, it's got to be up there.
Look for an uppercut here if I were Babar Azam. Fine leg is gone, is coming to the ring as well. Third man is up in the circle as well. Bowls a Yorker, that's good stuff from Cutting, just varying his length every so slightly. Sarah Pereira there making sure that the ball got back to the bowler as quickly as possible. Such a valuable length back, Yorker length. Good ball in the end.
Yeah, he was looking for two. Shoaib Malik, the first one was taken very, very quickly. But as he turned, he just called it very, very quickly. Good calling.
Just not allowed them to settle down to one particular length. Very good bowling from Cutting. It's 115 for 2.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती हैं। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
निधि पंडित
Liberal drizzle. Samuel Badri comes back into the attack, had a poor run early on, ball 2 overs for 21, although he did pick up a wicket, but been a little bit expensive for his liking.
He's got loads of experience, Shoaib Malik, and good thing about his batting these days is that he doesn't panic. He'll take his time, maybe see off 5 or 6 balls, an over or 2, and get as electric as that bike. Half striker, that's belted but straight to the fielder. Once again, the balance at the crease was so good from Babar Azam. That's the reason why he's getting a lot of force behind those shots. It's been another happy outing for the fans. Look at them. Almost all seats taken. Shouting slogans, Pakistan Zindabad. It's just been a very passionate day for them. Another passionate day, I'd say. Cricket has come home. That's a massive response to the series. To see young faces, smiling, beaming faces, energetic crowd, bonding with each other. Nothing can be better than that for Pakistan. I also tweeted Waqar that, I've been so proud, including you, I guess, to be part of a game that brings a lot of smiles to people. I think we really are blessed.
The nation was starved for that. They were really hungry. They were waiting for this day.
And look at these children. You never know. One of these might be a next star in making. 15 overs gone. 121 for 2.
Got this habit of blowing air into his fist before he starts an over, or maybe after every ball he does that, Imran. Even in hot, humid conditions he does that. Normally you blow air into your palm when you're cold.
I think it's very important for him to bowl a good over here, because the last over from Badri was a good one. Only gave away 6 runs. So if he can follow it up with another good one, that will create a little bit of pressure, a little bit of panic, should I say, among these two batsmen at the crease.
Well, we all love his energy, Imran Tahir. Kids, he looks a bit lost. Oh, yes sir, that's a huge one from Shoaib Malik. It made a great sound that moment the ball hit the middle patch of his bat.
He loves using his feet. What a sound. It was just a beautiful sound. He knew it as he hit the bat. He knew that's going a long way. And that did go a long way. Another tremendous hit from Shoaib Malik.
Quick hands from Shoaib. Oh, they are appealing for caught behind. I'm not too sure whether it's a caught behind, but they've gone for a stumping chance there. It was bowled wide by Imran Tahir. Beautifully done by the leg spinner. He saw him coming out of his crease and then flighted it wide outside the off stump.
It was definitely a slower delivery. It was bowled a lot slower. A legal delivery, and that one spun very sharply, went really far away from Tim Paine. He had to really gather it from long way and come back, and Shoaib Malik had enough time to come back and put his bat back in the crease. Should be a not out.
The ball just got a little bit away from the keeper because it turned. It was a slow delivery, as Waqar just mentioned.
That's the only delivery so far we have seen that which spun. It's been up and down, not really spinning. Normally Imran Tahir bowls that googly which spins. That's beautifully timed. Just a little flick that used the pace. Imran Tahir, wrong line without a doubt. Just a little flick.
I think Shoaib Malik has earned that ball because he's threatening to come out of his crease and hit him straight, and so as a result he went fast and he lost the plot. It was a wide one down the leg side, quicker delivery, and helped himself, Shoaib, to a 4. Well played. 11 runs in this over so far. The ball to come. It's another wide one. This will be given as a wide, so he's preempting it now. He's thinking that Shoaib is going to come after him, hit him downtown.
Yeah, he's trying to confuse him. He's not sure which delivery Shoaib Malik's going to come down the track. That's a good delivery. That was a googly. 133 for 2. Pakistan in a very good position. The finishing touches then to this Pakistan innings, 134 for 2 and projected at the same rate. They'll get to 167. They'll want more than that. And with these two men in operation, Shoaib Malik and Babar Azam, partnership 34 from 23, they could well do some damage. Look at the mini bowling. Samuel Badri will bowl now. He'll bowl his 4th over, his final one. It's going to be very crucial for the World 11 to break this partnership, because in the last game also we saw these two when they are a crease, and when they're well set, it becomes very, very difficult to bowl out these guys. So break this partnership. That's gone a long way up. Miller takes it. Samuel Badri gets the breakthrough. They needed that. Yeah, crossbat. He was looking to go big. He got out in a very similar fashion in the last game also. Couldn't really control the stroke. One more time.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिन में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, वक्त पे दूसरों के काम आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट। The new higher turbo cool refrigerator has an easy digital panel, so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty. Higher inspired living.
You have the cricket once again. I spoke about breaking the partnership, and here we go. Samuel Badri picking up his 2nd wicket, and that too of Babar Azam, who played really well, scored 45 of 38 delivery. Imad Wasim played really nicely yesterday. He scored a 50. The strike rate is excellent, 161.5. No real control over that stroke, and once again it was David Miller, hopped up a little bit. The heart was in the mouth for a second. Time that he's playing against Pakistan, Samuel Badri. But these two goes up to 15 for his tally in terms of wicket, and generally his economy rate is good. Prior to the start of today, it was just below 6 to the over, 5.77. It'll have gone up just a little bit because he's gone at just over 8 today, so it's now up to 6. But it's a good day out once again, and he's affecting the game and ensuring that he can shift things just at this crucial stage when they want to kick on. Oh, straight throw, straight throw, and there would have been some joy for the World 11. Yeah, it would have been a disaster for Pakistan, because they want to see Shoaib Malik out there till the end. It was a great throw, but just a little bit off target. It didn't take much long to throw it. He flicked it very nicely, but just a little bit wide. He's quick, Shoaib Malik. At that time, even he wouldn't have made his ground. It was a tight single. The idea being to try and get him on strike and not chew up deliveries. Imad Wasim. And look at this over. A wicket and just 3 singles. It's exactly what the World 11 needed, just stall the progress. Yeah, the second spell has been very good from Samuel Badri. And that's what good bowlers do in all formats of the game. The different spells that you're involved in require different things, but in each period you need to be present and need to ensure that you can do damage, you can do the job. And he's certainly done it in this one, Samuel Badri. A good day out, 2 for 31 for him from his 4. It's 138 for 3. Around a while, Samuel Badri is 36 years old now. Monem Mokal comes back, bowled extremely well today. It'll be crucial for the 11 to finish really well. First 3 overs, Monem Mokal bowled went for only 7 runs. Sarfraz not coming at number 5. Normally it's Sarfraz Ahmed who comes at number 5. Purely just saw that the very few overs left, so it's better to send Imad Wasim. And also is a left-hander that can cause a little bit of worry for the bowlers. So that's a smart move. Taking a long time to get this field set exactly how he wants. Monem Mokal, one leg up, then back down. In the end, pretty much conventional. Head on. Nice shot. That's where he goes. It's a clean strike, not over-hitting. And the good contact takes it to defense for 4. That's exactly why he's been sent up the order, because he can really time it well, and he's in a good form. We saw yesterday also, he hit a beautiful hit over mid-on. This time around it was neat, very neat hit. Just pure timing, especially mid-on up in the circle. Well, he's pushed mid-on back on the boundary now, he's brought mid-off up in the circle. Looking for the same shot. And nearly through, building pen cutting. That's good running, especially from Shoaib Malik. He was up for 2 straight away as he played the delivery. A little fumble, but good running. Gap, yes, in the gap. Well played. Just decided Monem Mokal to test the middle of the pitch. Sees that Imad Wasim is quite good using the front foot and going over the top. Equally good over here. Good shot for 4. I don't think the faster bowlers have really used that short delivery that well today. It was a half tracker once again, not really high enough to cause any trouble for Imad Wasim. He's got 11 of 5 deliveries, a couple of boundaries, looking really good. Look at that, that's a beauty. suffered. Third man's come up into the circle, hence the shot. He's trying to just help it over the man there, but no pace and unable to get to. I think the idea was okay. I thought the thinking was good. It's just that Mokel was very smart. He saw him changing the grip. They bowled a slower. It didn't give him any pace. Out of your head, oh, misses. And it's wide. Eventful. 150 has come up with that wide ball. Cornet Mokel just trying to close out what has been good work through the night. There you go. Comes to an end. 13 offered a good one for Pakistan.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने की
Higher Turbo Cool Refrigerator has an easy digital panel so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty. Higher Inspired Living.
A good power play. Good enough, certainly. And that suggests McKay in the middle stages as well. The issue is always trying to accelerate. And just when they seem to try to, they lose wickets. Oh, goodness. It might well be a no ball, you know, but he's just picked the man out in the deep. They're going to go upstairs to check for the no ball. It just looked like a full toss that he could hit anywhere he liked. And he picks the man out. I think he just might be under that waist height because he was looking to go onside. He was leaning down a little bit, so it might be out. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think it's well over the waist height, so Ahmad Wasim might be okay here. That was a good hit, clean hit. Went straight to the fielder, but definitely no ball. There might be a free hit coming. Keeping us in suspense. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Finally. Hassan Raza was the TV umpire. And has relayed the message. It's above waist height. So a free hit because it's a no ball. Maybe destroyed. Imran Wasim. Because he'd have liked that to be 2 yards, 3 yards either side, perhaps a little higher, and away it goes for 6, and he gets the free hit. I don't think he'd be thinking that. He'd be thinking, that I'm still around, I'm here. He won't mind facing a little later. There you go, he's facing right now. Why is he on strike? That's the question. I suppose because the catch is taken and they don't complete the run. delivery hit. Quite get all of it. So it won't go off to the fence. Good fielding that by Miller. Good arm. The bat. They scored 36 yesterday, Pakistan, the last two. It's good bowling. Well, you don't mind that length as long as it's low. As anything above that, that can really become either dangerous for a no, or it can really be picked by a batsman. So anything on the lower side, a low bounce, low short delivery, a low full toss, I beg your pardon, or a Yorker length. Especially when there's a little bit of rain around and it's not reversing in this T20 cricket, it's very hard to control that Yorker length. And nowadays the batsmen, they really go deep in the crease. Like that. Shoaib Malik, he likes that. He goes very deep in his crease. He gives himself an extra millisecond to play all around the ground. It was brutal yesterday. Shoaib Malik for his 38 from 20. Took a few deliveries to get himself in. And even when he went out, he'd have been disappointed in that he got a length ball that got him out at the top of middle. It's out, it's out. Comfortable catch for Imran Tahir. No wicket for Thisara Pereira, who's bowling much better today. In fact, as a group doing much better in hand, the world 11. Imad Wasim.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिन में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती हैं। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
Six for four. The skipper, Sarfraz Ahmed. So after the middle best score of 76 not out in T20 internationals. On the onside, maybe it was just a new ball, he couldn't really control it, but yeah, today he was much better. Gone, picks the man out. It's a golden duck for the skipper. Tahir again, off Pereira. It's 157 for 5. This is the second time Thisara Pereira got Sarfraz Ahmed out.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिन में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, चेहरों पर मुस्कुराहटें बिखेरना पड़ती हैं। बस छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
It's over. 157 for 5. 7 for 5 after 19. Pakistan had the toss and decided to back first. And Sohail Khan walks out to the middle. Well, have to do a whole lot of running. The hope from Pakistani is he doesn't have to run at all. And that will happen if Shoaib Malik connect with the 6 balls that remain. That's the wicket of the skipper. Golden duck, very first ball. Just trying to guide it into the gap with third man up. It's in the air and he picks him out. It's up and away for 6. Shoaib Malik becomes the leading run getter in T20 internationals for Pakistan, surpassing Umar Akmal. Very good start of the over from Pakistan. Malik once again looking really good. Played extremely well yesterday and this time was looking to give a bit of room, saw the length and played it very comfortably. It's a great start. Just the start that Pakistan require as they try to lift this score. They'd like to get 170. Nice shot. Lots of work to do for the sweeper. He'll keep it to 2. Importantly, Malik stays on strike. I don't think Faf du Plessis will mind singles or even doubles at the moment. He doesn't want to see too many boundaries in the last few deliveries. That's why he's trying to move his fielders around. He's trying to cut those angles. Well, he's pushed mid-on right on the boundary. He's brought square leg in. He's got fine leg inside the boundary. Third man in. So they'll probably be looking to change the pace. What I can see from. That helps things for Pakistan. Tough night out today for Ben Cutting. Yeah, a few nerves. You can see the nervous energy in that group as they sit in that dugout because it's kind of an in-between score, not quite as many as they would like. These lusty blows might help. Knock that one. Oh dear, he's put it down. Well. This ball might be a little slippery because there's a little bit of rain around. The easiest of the catches he's dropped. He had a really good run so far. And you talk about catching. When it's not going for you as a bowler, I tell you what. Oh, it's rather tough. And it seems everything conspires against you. He's gone for 45. He finally feels, oh, there you go, I've got one. At least I can have a wicket to my name, and down it goes. And he's still got half of it to try and complete. Shoaib Malik again, 33 from 21, score 168. Yeah, the surface has been a good one, and the difference, it's got to be said, has been the bowling of the World 11 side. They've bowled much better. Man there, no, too far in, and away it goes all the way. 6 more. slightly misjudged that one. Not sure why was he so in. If he would have been right on the boundary, it could have been easily taken. But Pakistan will take that 6. Very crucial runs. One more delivery. Taken this time. That's a top catch by Paul Collingwood. It was racing that. Fabulous hand. It's done all right, but he held on to it. So Pakistan, with that dismissal of Shoaib Malik for a really good innings, 39 from 23, and their innings, 174 for 6. The pitch look.
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबके साथ अच्छे रवैये से पेश आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के तरीके। चाहे कुछ भी हो, वक्त पे दूसरों के काम आना पड़ता है। बस ये छोटी छोटी सी अच्छी बातें दिल में अकाउंट खोलने के लिए जरूरी हैं।
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट। The new higher turbo cool refrigerator has an easy digital panel, so you can set your own temperature. With LED lights in the freezer compartment and speedy turbo cooling makes it Pakistan's fastest cooling refrigerator. Now with 10-year warranty.
Higher inspired living.
Group, the world's 11th side, will be happy with their performance today. And you look in the economy column, Mornay Morkel, very good, none for 20, just 5 and over. Badri was good too, early on, went for some but came back at the back end and finished very strong.
Hazelnut, creamy and nutty first bite. Real hazelnut taste, crunchy wafer, और वही iconic dip. नई creamy and crunchy Cornetto hazelnut. Break the ice.
लड्डू पे सिल्वर का बर्फ क्यों होता है?
क्यों?
बच्चों को सिल्वर के चम्मच से क्यों खिलाते? क्योंकि सिल्वर दी जरासीम से हमारी सबसे ताकतवर हिफाजत। नए लाइफ बॉय में है एक्टिव सिल्वर, जो दे जरासीम से 10 गुना बेहतर हिफाजत। नया सिल्वर लाइफ बॉय।
For 29. They have kept it reachable, that target. 175 is what they require. It's just under 9 and over, and they'll be confident of getting the target and staying alive in the series. We're back in a bit.
Welcome back, Pakistan, with a score of 174 for the loss of 6. It's a doable job on a very good batting strip here at the Gaddafi Stadium. Contributions from
Confidence of the Pakistan team is also remarkable. Watching them at the beginning of the Champions Trophy and then, of course, at the end. And it's a good sign that domestic cricket must have been able to keep its momentum.
I guess a difficult...
Easy.